Just a very quick overview for anybody that doesn't know Liteline. We were established in 1979, and we are still a family business, Canadian owned to this day. We've been partnered with Max2 since 1981, so our roots are very strong here in BC and in the Canadian market in general. So what we're launching today is something that we think is going to revolutionize linear lighting, democratize it even. So we're bringing linear lighting down from the clouds and into the stock shelves. We've got 4 lengths here. So this is the profile. I've got an 18-inch, a 24-inch, 36, and 48. So this is going to be stock product. So no long lead times, no engineered drawings. This is 450 lumens per linear foot. So this is very usable delivered light. Those are delivered lumens. Each fixture on the back has a 5 CCT switch. So whatever site conditions are, whatever the customer is looking for, it's very easy to adjust right out of the box. So I'm going to light this up for you really quick. This is full brightness, probably a little glary on the television there. Dims beautifully. We've got triac and ELV dimming standard. Drivers are integral in this fixture. So unlike a lot of small profile linear like this, you're not having to find a place to bury your drivers. Everything is integral and everything is powered either from the ends or from the back. And we'll go over that a little more when I get into mounting options. So this is easy to mount for surface mount. We can suspend this. We've got aircraft cable mounting. So little kits for that. I'm going to flip through a few slides because I think these are really good visuals. So these are some of the things we envision you being able to create with this product. So we have obviously some standoffs I can show you here. This is the standoff. You can use this to mount indirect against the wall. You can mount direct. If you are doing indirect, each fixture comes with a little snap-on panel so that you're going to clean up that back piece really easily. So as you can see, options for suspended. Again, this one, very high demand for hexagons these days, very, very popular. And we do have a recessed option as well. If anybody's familiar with our Precision Pro, that is available with our downlights and with our click linear system, track system, it is going to be available for this as well. But where we really see this is more as an easy solution for surface mount, suspended, and making shapes like this as you see. So great for slat walls. And as you see here, this is going to be stocking on the shelf. So super readily available. So surface mount kits, suspension, I'll show you, it might be a little tricky to see, but these are actually the surface mount kits, or surface mount clips, I should say. Super, super low profile. You're going to use your laser line. And then once you click them into the back of this channel, super seamless against the ceiling. You're not seeing anything. Magnetic clips. Another interesting option is our wall mount clip. So this is like an adjustable, clips into the back like this. And now you effectively have a wall wash option. So again, as I was saying, these are the standoffs for direct mounting or indirect. So great option for accent lighting, bath bar lighting, any kind of indirect wall grazing that you're looking for. And again, with the 4 sizes, you really have a lot of options and outputs to choose from. So these are some of the mounting options. So we do have, and I think I did mention, but these standoffs, that's your wiring box. So you don't need to have any other kind of device box. You can have your wire come right out of the wall and you're going to make your connections right in this box. So very, very clean and architectural, almost a European style. As far as mounting with existing locations, or if you do have a device box or an octagon box you want to run off, we do have amazing options for that as well. So this is what you're going to use for an octagon box. And what I'd really like you to see is the thinness of this. So again, keeping it super clean with that sort of European styling, not a big clunky piece out of the back. And there you've got a really, really clean, say, wall sconce. Or if you're running from existing that can be your starting point. This is probably a favorite for me, this little device box cover. I think this just makes, again, super, super clean sconce option. Or again, if you're starting it here, pretty much disappears. I should say that this the profiles are available in white and black only at this time. We've already had a lot of requests for other colors and custom colors, but right now we're running with those. So, you know, you could even have this back piece in white, disappear that into a white wall, and then have your linear run starting off of this device box. So that's the super low profile. Again, no remote drivers required. And this is where you're going to do your wiring right inside the standoffs. So this is where it gets pretty exciting. You can see we've got the profile here. Because we have the 4 lengths only, if you are looking to do something, say an 8-foot continuous run, we have a very, very small adapter that is just going to connect 2 pieces end to end. And we have a pretty innovative lensing style. So the lens is wrapped around. So when you connect them end to end, you get pretty much a shadowless connection. So you can do this. And again, you're going to have the support, whether you're doing your surface mount and your clips, it's going to hold everything really nice and tight in place. Or if you're doing suspended, these are going to really help you to keep everything nice and tight as well. Now, so that's if you're doing end-to-end linear. If you want to do something a little more creative, we have a few different connectors. So you can do inside and outside, horizontal and vertical. So as if, for instance, if we were going to run up a wall and across, I'm going to light this up so you guys can see how easy this is. Even a sales rep can do it. And that's it. So inside, outside, and then we also, this is your vertical, we also have horizontal connectors. So if you were doing something that you were doing end to end, or you wanted to make shapes, we do have a vertical, horizontal as well. But probably the most in demand, the most of interest is our 3-way connector. So of course you can do T's, you can do a lot of things with this. But this right here, the hexagon, whether in singles or in webs, hoping you can see that still, yep. This is really what's most in demand at the moment for this product. So we're getting a lot of requests for bath bars and indirect light, but the most is definitely for suspended applications of webs like this, fitness centers, automotive shops, you name it, Pokeball stores, all sorts of things. So we have this 3-way connector. And we've also created this little lock. So if you are doing hexagons, this is going to click over each joint and hold that angle for you. So you're not going to have any movement. Now, if you're wondering how these stay connected, each of the back of these also has, you'll see little holes. So once you have your structure in place, it comes with little set screws. So you're going to build your system, and then you're going to secure everything so that if with any vibration, everything's going to stay nice and tight where you want it. So again, there's our 4 lengths, gives you the lumen packages. Beam angle is 120 degrees, 120 volt, integral drivers, like I said, so linkable with no gaps, up to 150 feet on a single power supply. I think that's really important. So when you are doing either a long linear run or you're doing a long suspended, say a web installation, you can go a pretty great distance before you have to think about your next drop. If you are doing something a little larger scale, as I said, we do have some in-house right now that we're working on. That's something I would say come to Max 2, and it'll come to our team to help figure out where we want to place those, where it makes sense within a larger, say, hexagon application to make sure that everything looks right and is powered as is needed. These are our sales cases. So if you are interested, Chris Browns is keeping a pretty sharp lock on this one in his office, but I'm sure he'd be happy to loan it out to any of his sales reps to take around. I also have one, so I'm happy to share that. We've got this great lookbook in here, which has some of these same application shots. that I've been showing you on the screen. And we are actually, they may have even already, they should be shipping. We do have some of these that are going to be available if people are interested in having. This is a nice little lookbook. So we do have some of these that are going to be available for specifiers that are interested in having one on hand, because every time someone sees it, they want to keep it. So those are coming. So this is how you're ordering. Very, very simple. All you have to do is pick your length. When it comes to either yourself specifying it or a contractor picking it, we have this retail package. So everything is really, really well marked. Specification sheets are online and they show all the parts and pieces. As Chris said, this is really Lego. So you're going in, it's not complicated. You don't need engineered drawings. You don't need to figure out extrusion cuts and how you're soldering tape and those sorts of things. This is all built here and you're just ready to go right off the shelf. So really, really great option for ease of installation with what I would consider to be better performance than just tape and chunks. So these are, like I said, your spec sheets, pretty comprehensive. We also have some great materials in addition to the lookbook. There's some other application shots and inspiration pieces online. So this is, again, just how it's going to look for anyone ordering. And I think I breezed through that. So if anyone has any questions.
There was a couple of questions that you covered kind of right at the end. The first one was how many feet can get put on one circuit? You answered that, 150.
Yep.
How many colors does it come in? That answered right away too, black and white. I have had this sample kit under lockdown. You are correct. But we've got a couple other ones that are coming into BC next week. So our team will be around showing the rest of the province over in the coming weeks. So just reach out to your regional representative and they'd be happy to come by and show you so you can touch and feel this product and put it together yourself. As Brandy mentioned, even a salesperson could do that. I laughed. I know you can't hear anybody on this thing, but I thought it was very funny, very thankless. So we got samples. Then the only other question that came up was when it's available. Available now for purchase and immediate shipment.
Yeah. So can you hear me? Yep.
Yep.
So we have product landing, and we do have some pretty significant stock commitments out of the box. So some of that product is committed, but what that means is it's committed by distributors to be on the shelf. So we do have an initial order landing in the next, I would say, week. And a lot of that's going to come in and go right back out, but it's going to be on the shelves, which means it's going to be available to order and to buy from our local distributors. Behind that, I think it's probably going to be another 8 to 10 weeks for our next shipment to arrive because we anticipated that this would be a pretty hot item. So we've ordered up.
So get your orders in.
Yeah, get your orders in.
Get your orders in. That was all for questions. Brandy, thank you so much for being here today and showing us the latest. That's incredible. Thank you.
Thank you.